After thousands of years of practice, you have become the only rule of his first borrowing. But at the peak of his career, he suddenly lost his position and died together with the 7 female disciples were appointed. I thought I would have a brilliant soul. Unexpectedly, Jing Chong was born, but his cultivation was completely lost. So you planned to seek asylum in Tuerman. But as soon as you came out of the mountain, you found the former young man Tuerman. Everyone has become the master of one party. And why do they always look at me weirdly? Now you come to Kujan, who often comes to the tennis court, and want to find out information about Tuerman. At this moment, the cold machine comes to mind in your mind. Earth-detected speed masters return to the map Earth Soul Stability Map. The strongest one is the official manager of the system. The speed master can get the job by interacting with his disciples. Such a result. Both can improve the corresponding disciple's performance. Each time the job level is improved by 1 level. The system will directly provide feedback to the major. I wish you a quick recovery. The deeper the attack, the stronger the strength. You can get points by improving your attack position. Used to exchange for Zhu Tianwanbi's riding weapon in the mall. Shirchuan Shandong. The blue light that only you can see unfolds before your eyes. It's a beautiful girl show with 7 cases. Represents your scent map. Newbie task release. Find your map. Get to know her and increase your rank by 10 points. You were weak first, then quickly regained his composure. Having a system. This is not your first time. You are secretly planning in your heart. Now we have to get to know them quickly. First, it is conducive to improving one's own cultivation. Second, and more important, not seen for 3 years. You really want to know. What do these maps look like now? After simple hand washing, you open the door. Don't go to the bartender downstairs. Sit down in the corner you just found. Due to the conversation between several seminarians, the camper's idea changed. Have you heard? The new leader of Qingyao sect left seclusion the day before yesterday. Just used one move. I listed those who came to provoke me and mistook me. I've heard about it a long time ago. The new master is so patient and eye-catching. Just 100 years. Renewal of the practice of cultivation. Such talent can be exchanged for money. Like eyesight and blood. The words just 100 years. Bomb in your mind. Zayakimu like blood. He became the leader of Qingyao sect. He also broke through the refining and renewal period. How is it possible? 3 years ago. He is just a host. Even when flying, it staggers. It will make you feel more relaxed. It's the word 100 years. To have. You just said. The leader of Qingyao sect. His name is Wu Qiqi. That show was tricked by you. Unlucky. I don't even know the name of Fairy Qingyao. 100 years ago, immortal Lin Wei was appointed, taking over the sect with host cultivation. Now 100 years have passed. He is already a great power in refining. Why is there a problem? Is that so? 3 years you fought. For them. A whole 100 years. In those 100 years, they lost their asylum. How to send it? You no longer have courage number 4. You must immediately see light eyes and blood. You came from the corner of Shu Wujie. Unearth the half-cloud that had long been dimmed. At that time, I had the lowest blood cultivation level. So you gave him this advanced copy. As long as he encounters a threat, you can feel it immediately. The infield battle 100 years ago almost exhausted all his contacts. But at this moment, you can already feel it. A faint connection. Heading only to the far east. That is the direction of Qingyao sect. Along the way, you hear a lot about yourself. The legend of the 7 lands. The first inspection alliance of chambers of commerce in mainland China was established in the district. Its wealth and advanced resources almost broke the entire Xiaxinji. Wujulan fell into the Devil Island for the sake of wealth and hatred. It has become a magical island that frightens the literary style. For maps of the same force and 10,000 demons, became the supreme master of the demon ancestors. Every map. Nowadays, they are all part of the microtown. Then you yourself become the wise master Su Ling. It has also become a legend among the monks. Xinjiang Mountain, as the current spiritual leader, one of the most holy sects. The mountain is a male tale. Let's talk first. Yamashita, the light in the town of Soshan is like a shadow falling off the line. Ordinary monks can't even get within 100 miles. With your deep understanding of politics and law, you pass through the outer security zone easily, entering into the order of Etian Yushin. Are you going to observe here now? Make plans again. After all, you are only an iron single weapon now. However, your 7 pictures are clear and clear. Really practice the power of replenishing your chi. This huge gap in identity and strength. Let the 5 people in your heart shatter into dust. 2 ghostly figures. Release it when you enter your god. Those were the beginnings of 2 cultivations at the same level of iron single weapon, carrying on some kind of secret. The project of one of them turned out to be exactly the same. It's obviously been some kind of costume. Senior brother, Nano Qingxue is indeed within the middle gate today. As long as our plan succeeds. In the rest of my life, I won't be ugly in food and clothing. A shrill voice. With an inability to stay alive. His name is Xiao Si, Tidon's initial cultivation level. At this moment, the face is covered with decorations. He calls him senior brother. They are all aimed at men who look slightly gloomy. Full use of famous generals. He glanced at the lifeless body. After this moment, a few moments of spiritual leap, but the soul refuses again. You see. Say it. Malu's aura is slightly lighter. The power of the original iron single machine. The wave of electricity is weak and full. There is also a trace of just right on the face. Koroshiro and Chase. Eyes deep water. Sunsi, who seems to have experience, you do look a bit like it. Zhao Si jumped. Instinctively retreat for a long time. Zhao Si's eyes instantly measured. The last thing in my heart is the same. Also flooded with laughter and showered with tears. The two of them were deeply moved. By night. Heading towards the direction of Qingzhao Zhongshan Gate. For a moment, the shadow, rain, and darkness of the giant boat completely merged into one. You are still slowly hiding from the shadows. A wave of excitement solidified into a solid killing garment. Use your iron single instrument to knock on the slow place of the fans. This killing garment is not human or spiritual. It's about human beings and your soul who was once the great perfection set of existence. Kill them. Just like the other hand. But then what? You can kill this team. But it can't stop all the evil-minded people in the world. Why do they dare to make a movie like Wuji's Niranoa? In the final analysis, it's because of your little wife. The main subject of the light chat in the micro town now. There is a softest piece in my heart. The most vulnerable fatal wound. You no longer hesitate. The figure blends into the night like a ghost girl. Knocked up the lifeless roots. Soon the small spiritual mirror had disappeared. Instead, there is an old mountain road paved with high-quality spiritual stones. Direct access to things. All the breaths of Malu and Zhao Si closing their faces. Move forward cautiously. Finally, the things ahead have been revealed. A huge mountain gate stands between the sea of clouds. It is completely made of white sweat and carvings. Hit hard and dirty. Distant mountainside. Watching all this quietly. There is no shock in your eyes. Just a hint of newness. And in deeper books. Well done. You speak to yourself. The foundation of this big town in Hushan. Overnight, I can see what you suffered back then. The shadow of Jinsha Avenue. But it incorporates countless. His own understanding of your innovation. Take a breath of your body and mind. Pass through the outer security zone of the big town in a lifeless manner. Looking for a bunch of unique vision. Several more emperors came down from the edge of the mountain. And at this time, Malu in front of the mountain gate. Good shipping capacity and easy choice. Would likely selected. No choice. Weisher. Back. Inside the mountain gate. Jilin Fuse's first inner disciple is warm and intelligent. The first person saw clearly what was happening outside the door. No doubt. Su Shizun. That is not the master of the sect leader. A legendary figure who was silenced 100 years ago just because he was. Who spoke again? Weisho's disciples have been together for many years. But the harm caused by chi deficiency is not strong. These 100 years. There are not 100 billion people who come to show off their movies, but 800. But there is no film. How dare you be so blatant? Ji Huzong Wei. He also claimed to be the legendary Jizuan. Someone comes out of Malyoja. Perform sweatshirt stop in front of Shenmen. Gu Rokalai Han interrupted. Ma Lu and Zhao Si were directly suppressed to the ground. Warming up the body. Even though you're far away, you are in the same place. This breath. It's him who's coming. Succeeding. The White Jade clan who has always been preconceived. Step out first. The fighting power of the inner atomic soul of Malyoxian. Begin the cue. There are several expressions on the face that are intertwined with madness and Shintung. Clear blood. You finally come. Maintain. Mu Qingxue didn't let him finish his words. Here we go again. It's this kind of people who make people become like people again. The last trace of the fruit basket in the blue and bloody eyes is also for the death season. There is only one kind of work class left. Soul search. All his ministers were cleared. The word Pude. Calm voice. But with a sense of doubt. The golden consciousness instantly turned into countless details. The moment given to malice. Next moment. Ma Lu's body violently pulled out. Binocular thug. The ultimate bone drama with a shoe on the face. After just one breath. Blue eyes and blood in the eyes, nothing more. He seemed to have read a boring idle book. Just throw him away. Impersonate him. You deserve to die. The sound of flowers is calm but like a green spirit. Ma Lu, who was strengthened by divine consciousness, together with the 708 spirits of his generation. A life touched in a moment. Turned into powder all over the sky. Dispersed with the wind. Not even a trace has been shed. Next to Jiao Temple. The soul has been restored. The suit is soft to the ground, begging for mercy with a roundless head. Fairy, spare your life. Lord, spare your life. He is better than me. None of my business. She glanced at him lightly with bloodshot eyes. It's like looking at a pot-shaped bug. Prosperous. More damned. He stopped for a moment. Moved to the first fine flash of inspiration, but the thunderstar of Jiao Si instantly opened the window. The whole process. There is no change in the expression of the bloodstained eyes. As if just casually. Held away the obstacles of a love shadow between the two places, behind the distant mountain edge. Earn power through death. Lightning due to direct application of force. Suddenly, my eyes turned to the direction where you were hiding with great precision. There is another. His drama that lasted so long. It's time to get out. You smile bitterly all your life. You know. With my current way of cultivating the single energy, it's impossible to be together. Pause your mind with a powerful spiritual consciousness practicing. Get ready to play in person. Shaoji. You spoke with difficulty. I just want to change out of that familiar Yucheng. However, you only said 3 words. A pressure of divine consciousness from the sidelines. As far away as the tide. Flutter. You spit out blood first. The body seems to be weighed down by a heavy weight. Enough, he said it himself. As if saying to myself. I don't want to kill anyone anymore today. The blood has fallen in front of my mountain gate. You go. Don't let me see it again. Finish. He turned around. The moon-white voice turned into a stream of light. Disappearing into the depths of the sea of clouds. Esrand never showed up. Inner valley pressure. Then the cigarettes were sold out and scattered. You are the only one left in front of the mountain gate. To prevent slowness and standing up from the ground. Didn't move. All 4 had reports of being torn apart by bullets. You didn't leave. The road to direct acquaintance has been poisoned. The choice of Nike has been criticized for hundreds of years. I see heart. It's not just 3 eyes and 2 girls that can melt each other. You stand up to the people around you. Jing's uncertain gaze. Reach out to slow down. Han enters his own storage world. This action made the leader Shashan Dizzy feel a little worried. Hold on to your strength in the next life. Impressive. What do you want to do? You ignored him. Just rising in its own ring. Soon. Only half a piece. Advance compensation for busy lips. Appear in the palm of your hand. This prepayment looks average. Even a little broken. It's full of tiny training marks. Spiritual gains and losses, like a traditional stone. The Tushan guys have all caught it. I don't understand it this time. What do you mean by bringing out such a stupid thing? You're dragging your prepayment. Look at the leader's place. The sound is hurtful and a bit sinister. But it's a calm. Fellow Taoist Lao fan, give this thing to your lord. There is no way in that place. What is the identity of the owner? In fact, you can see me as soon as you say. Things are delivered as soon as they are said to be delivered. You just need to tell him. You took a deep look in the direction of the top of the mountain. An old friend. We'll pay in advance. Sorry. Finished. You no longer fight to say. I don't even look at whether the place will accept it or not. Becoming a severely injured body. Turn around and disappear step by step. In the Mau spiritual sea at the foot of the mountain. King Yuan's home. Top of mountain inside the main store. The sky is clear. Mu Qingxue has sat alone on the highest ice seat. Eyes closed. Seems to be teasing. But his heart is far less peaceful than it is on the surface. That man's eyes. Like a needle. Plunged into his already excited heart. In that life, Shaoqi was even more like a demon. Repeatedly in his mind. Impossible. Mu Qingxue opened her eyes suddenly. A trace of struggle flashed through the fluent fellow. The Lord is dead. I saw it with my own eyes. On this matter. Imitated liar. It's fake after all. 100 years. Hoped. I was also desperate. Looking forward to every time. What you get in return is deeper disappointment and hurt. Just then. There was a rapid commotion outside the store. The sect leader is none other than the Shoshan disciple just now. He rolled and crawled to the front of the electricity. Holding out the wooden river in the hand. Outside the mountain gate. The person just left this thing. The majestic place of Mu Qingxue's long head. A trace of impatience creeps into my heart. It's this kind of board system that takes care of storage again. Bring it up. Mu Qingxue sailor ashes. And belt open. Revealing what lay quietly inside. That's because it's only half a piece. Provisioning for Matt. See the moment of provisioning again. Mu Qingxue's mind went blank. It's like the whole world has lost its voice. He is at hand. Want to touch that piece of provisioning. But it feels like being burned halfway. Destroyed. It's true. There is a hint of soul trouble here that is so weak that it is almost severed. It was carved for him by disrespectful hands. Disrespectful. A glimmer of hope so weak that it's almost inaudible. In the depths of his Wingfang heart, there was a dream. But the next moment, this glimmer of hope was replaced by the anger and meaning of Toba Tian. How dare he? This movie. How dare he deceive himself with something so disrespectful? He must have been in the waste of the battlefield back then. Sexy Jane has arrived at this reset. He is not only a movie. Still a loser and a loser. Pass on my sex main force. At all costs. Send the person who was reallocated just now. Catch it for me. For a while. Streaming light and flying branches above Qingyao Mountains. Right off. You endure the pain. Traveling through the secret spirit. Your pace is not fast. But it's always just right. Avoid the divine hour sweeping across the sky. Always one step ahead. Introduce the gap or Dharma corner of the mountain. These mountains seeking Dharma. Many of them are based on what Mu Qingxue taught you back then. For you. Find these broken battles. As tight as breathing. You didn't escape the Qingyao Mountains. On the contrary, it seems deeper, and even more desolate mountain walk in the snow. There is a ruined temple that has long been abandoned. Inside the patriarch's school, Mu Qingxue stood alone in the store, counting the half piece of ice cold preparation tightly in his hand. Preset temperature. Consequence calm. The 4th time he penetrated deeply into his blood. Reminds him of 100 years ago. The big hand that placed the preset in his palm. How warm it is. Metropolitan. A search 300 miles to the east yielded no results. Hug. Faced with difficulties, the Dharma has not changed at all. Hug. Target. The target seems to have disappeared into thin air. Moved to Shu and Shi and returned. Mu Qingxue's brows became tighter and tighter. How is it possible? An ordinary film. Small head. It should have broken down by now. Follow orders and flee the mining team. According to the remaining memories of the priest. He is still in the mountains. Even thinking about stretching out one What does he want to do? Who is he? But the familiarity from that eyebrow pair. And that person was so stupid in his eyes. The sadness of a selfless act. But like a tiny needle. Repeatedly piercing his already frayed heart. Hope is the most unique thing in time. He understood it 100 years ago. Can't be cheated again. It's hard for him to deal with it. The Zhenjai in my eyes eventually turned into a piece of frost. Next moment, he has appeared high in the sky. The priest who practiced reviving his chi showed his pride without any reservation. Rushline unloading ground, sweeping the Mei Siuan corner of the mountains. He looked for the direction where the breath finally disappeared. Turn into a golden flood. Even if you leave. However, flying, the direction he unconsciously deviated from. A ridiculous little mirror. A thing that lives in the place of residence. He didn't know why he was flying here. I just feel that in the next life. There seems to be something pulling here. Traveling through a wilderness of economic coexistence. Ahead, a ruined and unwatchable joke wheel disaster. Quietly assisting. The wonderful moment when I saw that ruined building. Mu Qingque's heart. A violent stroke without any warning. An inexplicable emotion makes my heart sad forever. Sour and unbearable. How long does he have? Never been here. And at this moment, under that Buddha statue that has long been blurred, moved to the back of the pinlock, was standing there quietly. The housekeeper has been waiting for a long time. Mu Qingque's voice, preventing slowness from falling in the poor courtyard, didn't make a sound. You are quite picky. The sound of Mu Qingque breaks the seasons. With a hint of killing eyes that he himself has never seen from a distance. I'm asking about your last year. Who are you? What is the purpose? This piece of provisioning. Where did you steal it from? You didn't have the wisdom to answer him. I told Xiao Qi here back then. If you obey the gods, you won't be able to become a middle. Can save him. Just himself and the sword in his hand. It seems he studied well. At this moment, Mu Qingque stood there eagerly. Uncontrollable violent movements of the body. Yes, respect. He is the explorer. Unlock these two words from the depths of Holong. He didn't speak. It's just slow. Like he made a deep move. Just like it was done countless times 100 years ago. This simple action became the pressed Wu Qingque. The last low-key red willow in my heart. He can no longer point a finger. A powerful cry. Selfish expense. Full of pressure and 100 years of grievance and pain. He is right. But everything looks like you rushed. I even forgot to use leanly. Several times, I almost got caught in the gravel beneath my feet. In the end, he got into Su Lin's suspicion. You were hit in front of a column. The chest injury was affected. But you don't care. I just hugged the body in my arms. It's Zun. It's Zun. Is it really you? Am I not doing it? Mu Qingque tightly grasps your clothes. As if letting go. Everything in front of you will turn into bubbles. Warm tears penetrate your chest. It's so hot it makes your heart feel hot. Why did you just come back? Why? I miss you so much. I'm so scared. He and all the weepers. 100 years of longing. Respect turns into tears. Come out with clear blood. You hold him. Patting his back gently. The teacher is back. Right now. In your mind. Then the cold mechanical student remembered again. Lo, it was detected that Master Su and his disciple Mu Qingque successfully recognized each other. Almost meet. Mu Qingque misses you. The love with Romo breaks through the zero boundary. Most of them are just improving in flight. How many? 10, 20, 30, 50, 80. Younger, it almost only reaches 10 o'clock. Newbie mission completed. Distribution of task rewards. The prime major is promoted to. A moment of warmth in the middle of menstrual cycle. There is something out of your single field. 4 pieces of stool. World Honor 1. Your cultivation. Mu Qingque is a good guy now. That exhibition about 100 years ago consumed all my zero profits. Later I was transported to another world. I just came back these days. Hear your explanation. Mu Qingque's Dikuan, a foreign land. I slowly raised my head from your arms. World Honor 1. When coming back, only the cultivation level of Jidanshi. Extremely weak. And he. What did he just do? He is in front of the mountain gate. Use the power of Lian Xianqi to exert pressure. A very big face press against the seriously injured World Honor 1 who was born. He used criminal soldiers, the most hurtful words cloud. Treat him as a movie to nourish your blood. He even. I almost killed him. A moment. Heaven-shattering hatred, and self-blame turned into pain and endurance. It penetrated deeply into Mu Qingque's heart. He inquired for himself. The old guard girl. At this moment, I'm so broken that I can't even save myself. A normal sound. Mu Qingque actually retreated for the night. Double suction in one soft, kneeling straight in front of you. World Honor 1. His voice was shaking with praise. Tears burst out again. The earth is not smiling. The earth is guilty. Dizzy just took action against you. You were shot. He quickly stepped forward and thought about his husband in life. But Mu Qingque was kneeling on the ground in tears. Refused to get up. Tears mixed with vomiting. Stain all over his beautiful face. Make him look embarrassed and pitiful. The earth has hurt the Lord. Most deserving of death. Ask the Lord to follow the law. You took a breath. I'll pull him by force again. But the lower part of the body. Gently insert your sleeves into his face. He raised his head in the cold. Looking at your supportive face. Can't bear it anymore. Spread into your arms again. Free like shot. World Honor 1. Mu Qingque asked confused questions outside of you. The voice still has the nasal sound of a farmer. You are back. Those senior sisters. Did you see them? When asked the sentence. His heart is uncontrollable. He expressed his hope that the Lord Buddha would be able to unite with all the sisters as soon as possible. Deep in my heart, there was a trace of face. He himself felt that it was a selfish idea to fix his teeth. Not yet. You asked and shook your head. So said. I was transported to a completely unfamiliar place. It was only in the past few days that I found my way back. Once back. Just in the liquor store of the small border town. I heard about Qingyue Zhongmu's name. So I came directly to you. Your words are very bland. However, these words fell into Mu Qingque's ears. But no less than Zhishin Jingwen. His body was violently inherited. I heard it when I picked up the sound. Once back. Just heard my name. I thought it was after. The first person that comes to mind is him. The first person to look for. It's him too. Not a well-established and reliable senior sister. Not the second senior sister who left the city lightly, nor any other senior sister. But him. Mu Qingque felt an unspeakable ecstasy. It instantly dissipated in his heart. You blame yourself for all the food you eat. Turn out to be. It turns out that it is in the heart of the Lord. The most exciting. First thing that comes to mind. Sure enough, it's still me. You were so taken aback by his sudden smile. Hundreds of years. Not only did it not take away the glory of his decision, instead, it gives off a cool and noble aura. But at this moment, when he laughs, the feeling of calming is so strong. It seems like you have changed back to the one who would follow you again. The whistle that shouted the Lord the day before yesterday. No, it's a little different. There was nothing but Muyu's dependence in his eyes. More of a moderate heat. The war shadow that almost melts you. World honored one, beam on the ground, get up quickly. You laugh and cry. You fall with your cultivation. But it is also a light touch-up. Not so weak. It can be seen that the little apprentice is really distressed. On the other hand, he also followed his wishes. I know he's swearing it. You, please let go of God first. Can you please lift my order to chase my bones? You reminded. The mountainous formations are probably going to turn the back mountain upside down. Muyue nodded with a heavy heart. A trace of drunkenness appeared in the eyes again. But soon he was emboldened by the sweetness. He took out a jade scissors from the camp that the elf had kicked through. God doesn't understand yet. A majestic order from the prince. In an instant, it spread throughout Kingsong. All lands obey orders to remove feng shui. No withdrawal at all. Today's events cannot be discussed. Weijia, abolition of shame, expulsion from the sect. Done all this. Muyue invades the blood and puts away the jade scissors with a beautiful little face. Give you a smile. Master, can you do more? Let's go home. Okay, next moment. Muyue invades blood and shines with spiritual light and art. A soft and powerful spiritual force of practice and renewal instantly enveloped the heavy body. I won't let you react yet. The scene in front of me becomes blurry. Everyone has a change of heart. When you look around here clearly. So now we are in a building that is surrounded by the most slippery bowpad chain. Master, please sit down first. Wu Yu invades the blood and floats you to a hotbed made of bad jade. And considerately put a soft and delicate cushion behind you. Me, I'm going to get you the single medicine. You haven't had time to say that your injuries are not serious. Mu Yu's blood-invading sound disappeared at that point. After a while, it opened an exquisite pre-combination. Don't come back soon. Pre-close is open. Li Ku's family's medicine box instantly filled the entire store. The included side barge lift allows you to multi-position strategy. Pre-combining. Lying quietly, a piece the size of an eye. Whole body earth race, a single round of natural medicine, 100. This is the legendary leftover single medicine. Even if there is only 1 mile left to hide the soul, it can speed up the body again. Putting it in the Shoshan world is enough to cause new trends. Do you really have to say something? The sound of the old system in the sea is detailed again. Incentive companion value 99-100. Congratulations to Su Zhong for reaching 100 points with his first disciple. Live and die together and achieve special achievements. System special rewards are being distributed. Rewards are distributed. Perfect Extreme 9 turns yellow soul single X1. When your heart falls in love, it is hard to predict and it will appear in your palm. You took a look at what Mu Yu was holding in Shue's hand, although it was precious. But there are still some slight flaws on the single body of the yellow soul single. Randomly Huang Han opened the pre-combination in his hand. The red flame spread out from the joint, the core resistance point, the whole blood-clearing electric quilt was hammered. Magnetic rock-like dragon covered the enlightenment room of denied agricultural realm. I have received hundreds of billions of dollars and I'm going around the pre-Haichuan. A whole body soul circle, a bowl like mud, a single medicine with zero energy flowing by itself. Lying quietly in Hanzhong, I just smelled a little bit. Single box city myths. You all feel that your cultivation level is at the bottom level in the midterm period. There are signs of loosening. Mu Qingxue is waiting for this. As one of the 7 great masters of practicing the void, it has the most genius protection skills I have ever seen. And the single drug in front of me has completely exceeded its cognitive perpetrators. It took out the inner eyebrow winning product rejuvenation just by itself. In front of the single medicine, it is like a stone on the roadside in priceless preservation. You look at its serious look and smile slightly. Is this single medicine prepared for you to attack higher in close range? Because it's natural, you can't take it for nothing. Let's do this. I'll exchange it with you for the single medicine in this box. Mu Qingxue's head went blank for a day. It takes half a step back, extending its white hands. His voice was slightly changed due to excitement. No, disappearing. This is absolutely impossible. You looked into Mu Qingxue's eyes and said seriously. The potency of the single medicine is too overbearing. With my current level of cultivation, I simply cannot mature. But it's different for you. There's a new flavor in your eyes. You have already practiced the power of continuation. The foundation. With it in hand, you will hit the future together 70. This adds another level of sexual protection. But what else does Mu Qingxue want to say? No, but you stuffed the preheat directly into its arms. He patted the back of his hand gently, just like he did 100 years ago. This is the first thing I will give you after answering. It lowered its head and looked at the warm and narrow light in its arms. I can no longer say a word of rejection. Yes, master is still the same master. This feeling. It's so good. It's as careful as the whole world. Hold the preheat tightly to your chest. Thank you, master. Disciple, I will definitely take good care of it. After you settle down, you just feel tired. After all, from rebirth to now, it has consumed a lot of energy. You also took a look at this cool and slippery bow point. Then he said to Mu Qingxue, Xiao Qi, it's getting late. It's a bit punishing to maintain. I need to take a rest. Can you arrange a guest room for me? After hearing your words, Mu Qing's blood is like bleeding in a dream. Thick words immediately appeared on his face. Yes, master has just experienced a war and returned across borders. The soul is bound to be Pai Fei Gigi. I am happy to patronize it. He even forgot to arrange for master to rest. The Federation stood up. But when you say the word guest room, its movements go to the clouds. No, master has just come back. I must not let it go. And its current level of cultivation is only a shoemaker. You must find a reason to put it next to you and take a good look at it. The immaculately moving and auspicious red clouds emerge from its snow-white neck without any warning. It has spread too. There are 2 fluent and lustful beautiful demons in it, and the silk threads are shining due to Jinjai. But it was soon replaced by a more determined mood. It bit Chun and the sound was much softer than before. Said softly with a trace of undetectable bird sound. Master, there are no guest rooms in this Qingxue store. You, please sleep with me tonight. After saying this, his face felt hot. My heart beats yellow with dissatisfaction. It's as if it's about to be swung out of the chest gun. It doesn't dare to look into your eyes. He nervously grasped his penis with both hands. The entire atmosphere of Dadayan suddenly became a little subtle. When you heard this, you looked at the red-tailed bow cushion in front of you coldly. It's hard to believe such a big place. There wouldn't be a guest room, but you didn't think much about it. I just care about the next life. What about you? Mi Qingxue has obviously thought about this question for a long time. They raised their heads to show their courage. Answered softly word by word. I fell asleep too. This cold jade bed is huge. Enough to sleep the 2 of us. Moreover, I don't trust you alone. Master, why is your soul damaged? In case there is any story in the night. Disciple's hands are by your side. You can also notice it immediately, right? That's it until the end. It seems to have conquered itself. Nods heavily. You look at it, the shoes are full. Don't lose my eyes. The last line of defense in my heart has been completely dissolved. You reach out and rub its head habitually. If you don't leave, I'll stay here with you. Hearing this sentence, Mi Qingxue's eyes instantly lit up. However, your next move made it slightly. You didn't go to that huge ocean bed. Instead, he turned around and walked to a candy bar made of Millennium Zero eyes. That sugar is extremely tolerant. Enough for an adult to run comfortably. You made the best choice in Punchy. Guidance into a comfortable posture. Smile at it. Maintain habits and create rest. This is also good for restoring your cultivation. You should rest early. I'm right here. After saying that, I slowly closed my eyes. Long breath. Soon it entered the road where I looked at it. Mi Qingxue stood there blankly. Feeling a little disappointed. That's enough. It nodded obediently. He walked gently to the bedside with his own hands. Dragging down and run away, then lie down to prevent him from slowing down. You have entered samadhi. Smooth and long breathing. Joshin slowly circled the faint stock director. And Tang Zaiwan's eyes are light and snowy on the bed of cold rain. But it's the other way around. No sleepiness at all. It's too deep. A pair of beautiful people looking not far away without palm in your hands. That familiar figure on Tani. 100 years. A whole 100 years. It's all on this cold bow cushion. Spend every long night alone. And now, you are back, looking at your carefully composed gestures. Look at your hard cock. Looking at your century-old face. A face that appears countless times in dreams. The breath of light snow. Gradually it becomes a few inches. A ridiculous. Bold. It can even be said that it is an irreversible face. Like the devil in deep injustice. Without any warning, it emerged from the deepest part of its heart. The only thing that is disrespectful now is the repair of the single starter. And I, losing practice and giving up, the strength between us. An earth-shaking reversal has occurred. If I go over now and do something about it. With its current surroundings. Can't resist at all. I can suppress it easily. Let it. As soon as this idea occurred. Mu Qingxue's heart started to beat wildly. A kind of difficulty. A sick heart is always sad. Disrespectful. It uses a voice that only it can hear. Difficult to speak softly. There is a hint of subtle movement in the voice. You are finally back. This time, I won't let you leave again. Never allow anyone to take you away from me. It comes up with 6 other things. With their intelligence network. Don't worry, you will soon find out about the shameless return. No, I must be stronger and get disrespected before them. Wrong. I like snow. What are you thinking? How could you? How dare you be so fussy about it? Such a big idea that you can't think of. A strong sense of practice. And guilt. Drown it like a tide. It closed its glasses so hard, desperately trying to put that terrible thought away. Expel from mind. The lessons are slightly moved by the inner conflict. But, useless, that thought is like a single weed that has exploded its roots. The more I want to remove it. It's so hot that it gets so hot. Looking at his face right now. Mu Qingxue's newly awakened reason and guilt. In an instant, I was suppressed by the inner impulse that I couldn't control. I really want to report it. I really want to take it lightly. I really want to make it my own completely. What do? Mu Qingxue bit her penis tightly. Almost biting out the snow. No, can't go on like this. It was so cold it sat up from the bed. Open your back first. Try a pair of fresh feet as white as snow. Just on the cold white jade ground. Liang came from the soles of his feet. Let it cause the fevered brain to burn slightly. It takes a deep breath. It seems that some kind of determination has been made. The steps are as gentle as a rolling girl. Not a single sound was made. Slowly, step by step, I walk towards the candy. Its heart beats like a thunder valley. Every step closer. The one that comes from you. The familiar yet fascinating scent can transport you. Finally it came to the sugar side. It stops. High below zero. Could it be that you are the one in front of you? Sleepy eyes close to the paper ruler. You sleep deeply or say. It's a very deep trance. It slowly squats down deeply. Achieve it on your level. As long as it moves forward a little bit. Can. At present, Shue's body is uncontrollably slightly wet. Yes, right now. Just trap it with zero force. That's it. That accountant in fingertips. So it's easy to become a drummer. Jin Da's face I broadcast zero force. After all, I'm far away from you, where there is already an inch of snow. Dissipated like smoke in clouds. Fingertip. A continuation of the spirit of the journey. Qilin will accidentally continue. Exuding an anxious-like pressure. As long as it wants. Zero force here can block it instantly. Meridians throughout your body. Keep you motionless. It came to the sugar. High below zero. You are the sleepy eye of this paper ruler. You sleep deeply. Unprepared for external dangers. At present, the snow yellow slowly squats down deep. Achieve it on your level. That dangerous zero force. Beating on its fingertips. As long as it moves forward a little bit. And then at the last moment. It stops. The zero force yellow on the fingertips slowly dissipates. Not because of guilt. But because of not guarding at all. It sees the tiredness on your face. You just returned from crossing the world. The soul is not stable. Show for fall. If strong measures are used now. Maybe you will be fooled. Even hurtful. Not as good as. The corner of Mu Qingxue's mouth. It evokes a hint of cries and slightness. Real respect. We have a lifetime. It didn't flinch. Didn't go back to bed. But cautiously. Made it on the floor next to the sugar. Then it stretched out its hands. Extremely heavy. Gently imitating your hand hanging on the armrest. It stays like this. Leaning on the edge of the sugar tail. Fall into deep sleep. When the light rain shines through the bank. Illuminating the whole building. You have opened your eyes by falling into trance and guarding against counter-arguments. A night of breathing. Completely restore your essence veins that have been damaged due to pressure. I have no idea about the showmanship of Dingdan Zhongqi. Do you want to use your hands next time? But I felt a hint of lips. Nizhan lowers his head. Then I was shocked by the sight in front of me. Direct wood like snow. Your map of the current microtown Xiuxian realm. At this moment, I'm facing a docile heavy object class. All curled up next to your sugar tail. Holding your arms tightly with both hands. Sleep positive. Its beautiful face. With a hint of satisfaction. It's like I'm having a sweet dream. What happened? You said hello. Your heart is light. Cautiously. Want to take my hand back. But as soon as you moved. Mu Qingxue changes as if he can sense it. The dream made my eyes tremble. Disrespectful. You woke up. Its voice sounded like it had just woken up from sleep. Eye to eye. Segmentation is a bit subtle for a while. Disciple. Disciples are afraid of losing their respect and catching cold. It's interpreter. When Rui with a weak voice. You look at it like this. I feel funny and helpless at the same time. As soon as I stood up, I moved my somewhat stiff body. Lukewarm. No problem. Let's prepare for revolution. It's time for Sui to go out for a walk. Yes, the wood is like in the snow as thick as the big house. Get up immediately. I brought you spiritual spring water out of love. Put soft Yunjing 2 Jing crystal. Heart-shaking morning. Is peaceful and harmonious. Countless outer disciples are in the mountains. Yan Wuchang went to Tongna to practice archery. Inner disciples are worth the price of Jin Wang. Traveling through the sea of people. Go to various radio stations to listen to lectures. Or perform sect recognition. However, today's tranquility. But he was completely turned off by a sudden sight. Sect realm. It is also the residence of the sect leader Mu Qingxue, King Suidian. Created by a mysterious weapon that is resistant to injuries for thousands. A door that has never been opened to anyone in 100 years. It's still open. Something that made their eyes almost pop out. Coming out of the door. They are not the only ones who are as cold as a fairy. Otherwise, I will become the sect leader by Mu Qingxue's side. There was actually a man following him. That man looks average. An inner gate that is meeting flying. Because Highland is shot. A part of the foot. Appearing to descend directly from a height of 100 feet. Didn't you read it wrong? Next to the sect leader. That's a man. Oh my god, who is that man? How could he come out of the Qingxue store? Wrong. This person is the one who gave the order last night. Let us hunt down the fake sumo lord. Isn't it true? Impossible. Then Su Tianzuan has the aura of a big city. Look at this guy. Only Jin Danji. Mu King Swayze doesn't care about the well-being of others at all. Or rather, he doesn't need to care at all. The great elder headed by the sect leader. The voice is a little different. This fellow tells us, my business. When do I need to explain to you? Cold words. Let several elders be in one machine instantly. Yan hurriedly lowered his head. Don't dare to ask again. However, his voice has just faded away. Beside you, you patted his hand gently. Gentle guidance. Xiaoxue, they also care about the sects. It doesn't hurt to explain. This simple action. A plain word. But it made several elders' hearts almost break. Jump out of your throat. Xiaoxue. Yes, master. Disciple's fault. Yes, master. These two words. Like 9 heavens divine thunder. He severely criticized the Tianling caps of several elders. They raised their heads suddenly. With a look as if he's seen a ghost. Ding Jin's brain was completely shut down. Master of the sect leader. That Jizun who was in charge of Area Luo 100 years ago. Su Lin, could this be the real person? This, how is this possible? Countless fakes have come before. They were all killed one by one by the sect leader. How come you were so brave? Metropolitan, this must not be a joke. Another elder named Zhang with a fiery temper. Can't help but take a step forward. One said with a flushed face. When Su Jizun came, I was tortured. He is also the benefactor of our sect. Open the door and allow people to impersonate at will. This person shows off his status. Unknown origin. You must not let him dream about you. That's it. Ordinary. Elder Zhang didn't even have the slightest chance to resist. Double interest and one's off. The whole person was directly suppressed and fell to his knees. The ground suddenly looked like June. The blood on his face waxes and wanes. Eyes full of extreme fear. Impersonate. Mu Qingxue's voice contained no trace of courage. Every word is like a slab squeezed out of wine, oil, and ice. Elder Zhang. You mean? Will I even admit my mistake to my master? Still say. Do you think I am incompatible with you? Will be dreamed of by a mere shoemaker. You forgot. How many hatters have I killed? DDDDZ doesn't dare. Elder Zhang's whole body is elite and he fights. Teeth are breaking. These 100 years, Mu Qingxue's majesty has already penetrated deep into the water. Up and down the set. Who dares to question his decision? You don't dare. You have already said it. Mu Qingxue's eyes killed the coin path. As for master, he just doubted me. The dark sect's precepts. The following offense. Shake the foundation of the sect. When the show is abolished. Enter the dungeon. Never be able to stand up again. As soon as this statement came out, all the elders and disciples present harm others for no reason. Just because of unanimous doubt. We must destroy a flower god. The performance of his elders. This is too cruel. The patriarch's protection of this man. Already arrived the degree of ecstasy. Seeing that Mu Qingxue was about to take action. Always warm palms. Gently placed on his shoulders. All right. Xiao Xue, your voice is still calm. But it seems to have a strange grinding force. Let Mu Qingxue, the terror that is about to break out, instantly recedes like a tide. He turned around. Looking into your eyes, the ice and sand melt in an instant. He once again changed back to the appearance of one's eyelation. Even with a hint of grievance. It doesn't matter if they are misfortune. You smile lightly. At the beginning, didn't you also doubt it? Your eyes scan the few elders who entered Hanshan. The war 100 years ago. I am indeed dead. You will have a question. It's also normal. Today's events. So far. He is your lord. What you have to do. Believe him. Help him. Instead of questioning him, your voice is not loud. But it spreads clearly to everyone. All scattered. Mingling is just a cutoff modification. Word spoken. But with a command that cannot be questioned. Several elders are missing each other. In the end, under the agency of the great elder. Gongchen shakes perseverance. Then, with full business and enthusiasm. Turn into flowing light and go away in pale yellow. The storm subsided. But everyone knows. A bigger storm. Just started using it. The heart of the iceberg that remains unchanged for centuries. Melted by a man. That man. Claims to be the legendary supreme being who disappeared 100 years ago. Su Lin. This news. It's like having wings. In just half a day. It's a terrifying body. Spread throughout the surrounding area. And began to move towards more broadcasts. Xiaoshen Jiafeng Wan spreads. After the storm subsided. Mu Qingxue regained her appearance as a young man. I am more and more by your side every step of the way. Look at this house in front of you, which has been cared for by land. Only the first door of the house with tune. Heartfelt at the same time. There is also a slight sense of loss. World Honored One, what are you thinking? Mu Qingxue and Mingyue noticed the change in your mood. You smile to yourself. Cutting off one's energy. After all, it's still too low. If you weren't here. Hompa, I can't even enter the mountain gate. Let alone make them happy. World Honored One, Mu Qingxue felt a pain in her heart. Arrive quickly. It's for us that you cultivated into a master. It is natural that land assets should not be protected. This is the truth. But as a teacher, I can't always hide under your will. You shook your head. A hint of sharpness belonging to the strong flashed in his eyes. Urgent matter. It is to improve the realm as soon as possible. At least have the ability to protect yourself. Listen to you. Mu Qingxue fell into silence. I also know that what the World Honored One said is true. The World Honored One was once the great perfect wisdom lord who was reborn in Fukan. Now all we have to do is cut off orders and repair the perimeter. Suddenly exactly the same. With a bit of yellow hot brilliance. Flashed in his eyes. Only a touching red cloud follows. From the red on his snow-white neck, he wears it under his eyes. But my red color is not just for color correction. More like an uncontrollable excitement. Let his face write the pre-release seal. His breathing quickened slightly. The hand holding your arm. I also tightened it a little unconsciously. World Honored One, there may be a solution for land resources. There was a hint of childbirth in his voice that was barely noticeable. I won't wait for you to warm up. Mu Qingxue took action. He only feels good. A soft but peaceful light and clear spiritual power. The light instantly appears on your behalf. Wrap you up firmly. Lord, I'm offended. The sound has just fallen. His Joshin spiritual power is moving. Blue beads on your arm. The whole person turned into a golden red. Soaring into the sky. The speed of this moving light is extremely fast. Far from being able to mature just a few cultivators. You just feel like you're almost falling down in front of you. Turn into a blur of light. But it is the lonely sound of wind passing by. But the perfect pattern of spiritual energy Hu Xiao who was replaced is outside. Didn't feel like thinking about Ding Hua and Xiang. After a while, Dun Wan shouting pavilion. The two of them came to a place in the back mountain of Qingyao. Under the extremely secret cliff. The spiritual energy here is so rich that it almost turns into physical material energy. The cover is covered with unknown flowers and grasses. And in the compression center, a stone door that hurts the eye and enters the shadow step line. Your eyes. But he was instantly attracted by the invisible movement around the stone door. With your vision as a great city master. Bai Yanbian saw that this place was covered with layers of butterflies. Bloody dharma and prohibition. These dharma rectification and yellow illusions are intertwined with each other and are compared to the great formation of mutual mountains that envelopes the entire Qingyao. You also need to be smart enough to go to more than one stall. The formation here has a flash of panic in your eyes. Mother saw Shirzun in blood and saw through the mystery of this place at a glance. There is a hint of pride in the eyes. Then the newly added good fortune is even more exciting. He took a step forward and saw Shou Qingcheng. Once a complicated method is pursued, he hits it on the stone gate, accompanied by a low-level red spirit sound. Sherman often reveals a drunken and elegant expression. There is a native seal inside to protect the light and flow. The aura of wisdom and disease comes from the surface. Shirzun, come with me. Mother's blood holds your hand and walks into the cave. The stone door behind you knocked silently and closed again. He looked at the remaining semen on your face. With a bit of little girl-like show-off and a hint of unspeakable repentance. Explain softly. The prohibition here has been gradually improved over the past 100 years. I am the only one in the whole Qingyao. This is the place where we usually retreat and practice. Inside the cave, there is a different world. It's not just a simple hole. Rather, it is a small world that has been carefully opened and closed. The center of the hole. It is a spiritual pool wherein Yuan holds the material force things. The stone water shows a light rolling white color. It is obviously formed by the extremely high-grade spiritual eyes. Beside the stone, several strange flowers and grasses that cannot be named are entering the station room. There's a gleam of light on it. At a glance, you can tell that they are fresh medicinal materials that have long been extinct in the outside world. What a wonderful paradise. Temporary exploration island in your oil. Such a generous hand, even if it was you 100 years ago. It also requires an announcement to make wine. Shirzun has no more lights. Mother's bloody voice was filled with an unexpected tension. He pulled you to the spiritual pond. Let you sit on a smooth piece of clear water. He didn't immediately say what he was doing. Instead, I will first give you a real cup of well-spirited pond water filled with fragrant spirit. Offer with both hands. You ended up with a cup of tea and sate yourself a sip. I just feel a spiritual energy flowing down my throat and entering the inner lane. Let your tired soul be unknown. When you put down the teacup, it looks like wood with blood. Okay, can we talk now? What you mentioned is the way to quickly improve your performance. What exactly? Mu Qing's blood flowed slightly. The same red cloud climbed up his cheek again. He took a deep breath. It seems that he has made some determination. Finally, I no longer avoid your gaze. Missed the needle, he mustered up the courage to just touch your eyes. By Z, there is indeed a way. It's just that this method is a little special. You suddenly have a bad feeling. How come this guy has been with two people since the beginning? Could this be due to the fact that the dual cultivation method is not long-lasting? At this moment, Mu Qing's blood flowed from his homeworld. Take out a copy of dual cultivation intensive. That density is not an ordinary amount of talent. It's a kind of stock that has been passed down. Extremely effective in protected and replenishing exercises. He was right and said about that skill. If one party has a much higher level of cultivation than the other party, and if it is a pure and quiet body, it can pass through the blending of soul and spiritual power. Put one's most personal life experiences into perspective. Give the other party a step without loss of speed. This kind of speed can help the other party watch the hair-splitting lotion. Arrival at the aircraft at high speed in a short time. Achieve a huge leap in cultivation. At this point, Mu Qingxue's face was already so red that he was about to bleed. He didn't dare to look at you anymore and lowered his head slightly. The voice is thin and soft, but it reaches you, sir, with incomparable clarity. Disciple, this golden man is the completed body. So as long as the needle misses, you are willing. The disciple is willing to reveal his gains and losses. When you are holding the teacup, Katakuchi stopped in the air. You are not a piece of wood who doesn't understand the style. It's not the voice of having nothing left or asking for anything. If it were 100 years ago, with your great cultivation level, heart is like a rock. Nature can easily suppress any conventional thoughts. But now, you are just a decoration to vent your anger. The soul blows through the wall, but the body is also a fetus. His breath, his destiny. The charming charm he exudes due to Zayus and Jueju at this moment. Like an invisible king. I'll take you out of my hands and resist. You smile bitterly in your heart. Family members who find that your heartbeat is uncontrollable. Murder and stop feeling crazy makes people angry from small fortunes. The decree you want. In the face of the absolute gap in strength. Sex is so dangerous, so unlucky. Build 99 endlessly. Mu Qingshue's voice had a hint of pleading. Do you dislike Qing Xian? No, because there is no. Your voice. With a trace of murderous admiration that I was not aware of. Then why don't you accept it? Lost needle 100 years ago. Because I cover all wind and rain. Now your sky is falling. Shouldn't Qingxue be allowed to hold up a piece of land for you? His hands carefully. I greedily attach the back of your hand on the west. The delicate and subtle sense of virginity makes you want to get a tattoo. Any word of rejection. In the face of such pure and fanatical risk. They are all written in a pale and hypocritical way. What's more, deep in your heart. Internal repressed instincts. I simply can't resist such use. Close the voice after Chang's breath. Coming from deep within your chest. Inside the spiritual pond, there is water and dirt. Two people do it facing each other. Mu Qingshuo has pointed out the cry. Missed the needle. Please relax. The land is about to begin. He said coquettishly. There was a trace of lingering sound in the voice that could not be noticed. You slowly closed your eyes. Miss the needle, you can't run away. There's a moment in your heart. The inner stocks control your four spiritual powers. Gentleness lacks dominance, keeping you in the same place as you work so hard. You can feel that this power has no taste. On the contrary, it seems to be careful. After drinking this Western-style acupuncture, I'm afraid you'll have a good time on the water. But that little young girl who has been dark all her life, as well as the comrade in arms who have a natural role in the education. But it makes your brain red and white for a moment. You see from his eyes. Saw something you've never seen before. A trace of mushy feet and long-desired shreds. And just the right amount to swallow you whole. Missed needle Ningjing Wei. Mu Qingshuo establishes complete obedience. The benefits are more intense on the face. Close your eyes slowly. A gentle spiritual energy enters your face. Recovery from exile. That's when. Hidden light here, the drama of Yulong. It came from the outside without any warning. Then more violent crashes. It hit the mountain protecting formation in Qingyao hard. The entire hole blew from the entire Qingyao mountain. At this moment, the drama began to shake. When the cave is closed, the spiritual stone's light flashes wildly. The water in the spiritual stone started to stir up drama. Countless rubble fell rapidly from the cave roof. Open your eyes fiercely. A trace of vigilance flashed in his eyes. And the Mu Qingshuo in front of you. If you hand it over, it will remain where it was. Its dissatisfied red glow. A beautiful face full of color and anticipation. At this moment, all the tenderness and cloud power advance and then recede. Instead, it condenses instantly, frost enough to penetrate the soul. Its pores shrink. A brand new red sand under the eyes. There's something to be said for stretching out your time almost. Just a little bit different. The thread spirit that is about to bend itself completely. Blending with your soul. Spiritual unity, but at the crux of the sin. Sin holy. A time when sin cannot be disturbed. There is someone. How dare someone disturb it? Die. A lifetime of depression to the extreme. A dripping fire full of endless desire to be alone and exposed. There are several places extending from Holong and Mu Qingshuo. This sound is no longer kissing. No longer willing, but like the sound of hungry ghosts running in the clouds of hell. Let the temperature of the entire cave rod illuminate and pour ice. A slight pressure from the weak wind. Like a volcano erupting from within him. The sea in your heart. You have never seen Mu Qingshuo in such a state. If he was a 1,000-year-old iceberg before. So at this moment he is a tower about to erupt. To turn the whole world into a volcano of destruction. Before you ask. Another violent attack came from the outside world. And burst the crazy laughter that wipes out the accounts. Ha 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 ha. Suling old dog, I heard you're not dead. And turned into a frightened waste. Come out and die. Unexpectedly, Suling was once a great city. Now it turns out that Uncle Go is under the control of his own land set. The miscellaneous people of Qingyao set listen to the battle. Hand over Suling. Otherwise, today will be full of you. Can't choose. Very good. The battle sound of Mu Qingshuo won. Because of extreme anger. Zhao Xuzhing is slightly deleted in fighting. He turned around and walked towards Donko step by step. Clear snow. Let me fight with your classmates. Looking serious. You can feel it. There is more than one scent of the enemy outside. Practice renewal. Although Mu Qingshuo is slightly higher. But you are still worried. However, Mu Qingshuo didn't look back even though his head was bleeding. He refused with a cold voice. No, it's soon. Mingxiu has not yet recovered. It's dangerous outside. He broke his shield. Turn around. Inside the red mole with two hearts. Exuding a hint of off-color tenderness. Ming Qingshuo is waiting for me here. Wait for me to come back. Let's continue. They are not ordinary modders. You interrupted him. A trace of memory flashed in the eyes. Just now when the Mushan formation received the opportunity. You feel a familiar psychic activity. If I guessed correctly, it should be the person from Dao Yinmen. Knife Edge Door. Heard this name. Mu Qingshuo's violent unison. That was 100 years ago. He should be an assistant soon. Once down the mountain, give an order. Because of a small thing. Injured by the grandson of an intersect elder from Dao Yin sect. He was humble at that time. Isolated. It's you. After learning about this. Without saying a word. Any one item. Killed directly at the mountain gate of Dao Yin Gate. Inner leaf. You're all the way. Continuously slashing swords along the door to the three masters practicing continuation equipment. The swords at that time were also used on the main windows of the door. Show off and smash the palace collection. If it weren't for the last Dao Yinmen ancestors' noble earth prison. I'm afraid that the entire sect will be destroyed by the world honored one. Engage in party erasure. This time, light and death garbage. Turn camp into fall. His voice also turned into a. The flow of blood and ice spirits intertwining. A more violent attitude than before. Rushed out. Outside Qingyao's Angshan Gate. Above the Bone Demon Continent. 3 demon cultivators fighting together. One is the elder of Dao Yinmen. Now it's time to practice continuing the wind and exerting one's strength. The remaining 2 are elders of the Jin Yin sect. Continuing the midterm cultivation through visual training. Ha 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 ha. Hundreds of years. Sulin old dog. Have you ever thought that today would happen? He laughed wildly. Back then you killed my 3 uncles. Hurt my master hard. Today I'm going to make you happy. Look at your apprentices. At this time. False runs of terror and coercion. From Qingyao sect, Han Granjian comes out. All the magic cultivators of Dao Yinmen. All in this moment. Feel my blood and even my soul. Almost passive solution. The white voice of the moon. Appeared silently. In front of the Bone Demon Continent. Extremely angry at this moment. Has occupied Mu Qingshuo's body and mind. Pure presence. Emanating from his body. In that zero energy, he actually also used the energy of violence. When someone comes in. Everyone at Dao Yinmen is busy. This is Mu Qingshuo, the ancestor of Qingyao. The information is wrong. Totally wrong. What's going on? Isn't it agreed? Is this Mu Qingshuo just a monk who practices chi renewal? The prestigious school on the face of the leader of the Dao Yin sect has already The blood was replaced by a one-day manager. As a monk practicing chi sustaining, you can most closely feel the healing pressure emanating from the other person's body. This is not the practice of continuing Zhongqi. It makes their scalp numb even more. The fighting power of the soul is the spiritual being in the place where the soup flows from its body. According to common sense, Qingyao sect is the Zheng Dao Xianmen. The techniques practiced by his sect leader. It should be Tang Tang Jing a pioneering spirit. I can see this woman in front of me. The spiritual energy surrounding her, although essentially a light hit to the head. But there is this bursting smell of hard red shark that is so rich that it cannot be dissolved. A man who has entered the incarnation of Qi Elder. Teeth are breaking. Face as pale as a finger. This energy in her. How? Why do you feel more like motorcycle thieves than us? The moment Mu Qingxue appeared, several other elders of Qingyao sect also felt that. They walked towards Mu Qingxue, then stood behind her. Mu Qingxue looked at the people in front of her indifferently. But Ran said it. Okay. I didn't expect to meet people from the Jianying sect here. Mu Qingxue, you want to be arrogant in cultivation. One of the British elders, the congratulatory guy from Silly NEI. I'm here today only for Su Lin. It has nothing to do with your Qingyao sect. As it is. Hand over that old dog quickly. Therefore, our two major sects have joined forces to repair monsters. Tread down your Qingyao mountain. Flatten my Qingyao mountain. Just you three losers. Speaking of which, I also want to thank you. If it hadn't been for your Jianying sect to catch up with the object and lose its solution, it left her with no choice but to turn her head to the left, sitting in a motorcycle. How could she become the queen of motorcycle thieves in Bafang, today's micro town? I'll settle this account with you, the collective senior sister who hasn't come yet. How dare you take the initiative to deliver it to your door today? The fifth senior sister and the thief queen. These words are like thunderbolts. This really bothered the two Jianying sect elders. Mu Qingxue also slowly raised a fresh fish. In the palm of your hand, an icy face formed by the condensed cold air. It happened to be a war visit. You absolutely shouldn't. Absolutely no. It shouldn't be when I come back from my teacher's village. Come and disturb me. The moment the silver falls. The icy face hiding inside suddenly exploded. The ice sphere transformed into 10,000 heavily spiritual power. Suddenly the sky covered the floor and headed towards the west corner of the bone demon continent. Does every piece of ice essence contain enough replenishment space to practice space? Not good. Quick defense. Although they are both practicing and renewing. The gap between kunai and the three of them is too big for you, Mu Qingxue. Suck fork. In the eyes of the three practitioners of the Moto Sutra, Xiaoyu Ju, the defensive light they held up with their hands. The red flame exploded with a harsh crackling sound. How is it possible? Until the head of Yinmen let out a desperate cry. It watched the endless red flow of ice essence for a moment. He was devoured by all the disciples he brought with him. Those who are the model cultivators who behave strangely in daily life. At this moment, even Sanjia didn't have time to make a sound. The body and soul were instantly submerged in the ultimate Korean energy. Turned into a slow sky and flew back. The white bone demon continent is under the impact of the ice spirit. Broken inch by inch. And this. Just the beginning. Although the three renewal elders barely blocked the first impact. But he was also overturned by Jiangqi blood. The body hair treasure is full of practice and so on. This scene not only let the enemy do the heavy lifting. It even made everyone in Qingyao in the rear fall into a state of self-destruction. Powerful. Too strong. Now. The elder of the Daoyan sect finally recovered from the extreme harm to others. A velvet dress with a real face. Quick. The three of us practice. Give him the strongest push. His eyes are red. Knock down the wind demon. Otherwise we will all die there. Don't stay behind. If you have anything to resist, use it cleanly. When the two elders heard the suggestion, there was also a twinkle in his eyes. Appropriate now. No way out. The only way is to fight to the death for a country. Good. Witness. The two of them congratulate each other angrily. It's about to burn the soul. Cast forward a tribute. However, just when thousands of troops are about to attack. That was just a good time. Without moving, the two of them fought with their swords along the door. But he made a disaster that no one could have imagined. He can spit out a big mouthful of blood. The essence and blood turned into a blood-colored temperature of memory in the air. Instantly imprinted on himself. His breath goes down for you at a speed that can be seen through your flesh. The black hair on the top of the bowl instantly turned into a mess. But his speed. But at this moment, I have grown to a place where I want to be fat. Shrink. He didn't even leave a word. The whole person turned into a bloody light that was more than 10 times faster than before. Tearing up the space of the passive knot. Without looking back, he headed towards the sky crazily. Taking advantage of the air between the two of them to cast spells. The man with the sword at the door actually ran away at the cost of his life. He's running away. In my heart, I wish to poison myself. What a joke. The strongest blow yet. Silly what? Two idiots. The two Jianying sect elders were as dry as ice in an instant. The sound of soul is cold. They never dreamed. An ally who only about to join forces just a moment ago. I will use them as a party key in the next moment. Use the blood shield attribute to escape. This sudden betrayal. The actions that make them prepare to burn their souls are unknown. The courage and endless despair in my heart are willing to be right. Ma Dahong, I, Jianying Zongyun, say that your sword is in two places on the door. Elder Ring Gobi made a powerful performance. But this is meaningless. Mu Qingshua's cold eyes swept over the two throne lungs. Kill you first. Let's deal with the wife again. His liaison department is suspicious. The Imperial Guard walked towards the two men who were locked up by his riding. The elder who cannot move. Gordon's blood is in the void. Make a loud crisp sound. It made everyone's heartbeat skip a beat during the gentle shaking. He first came to Elder Ring Gobi. You, eat until you know what you have done. You interrupted me and disappeared. Reunion after 100 years. Elder Ring Gobi wants to ask for elders. But found that he was locked by Mu Qingshua's spiritual energy. Can't even open my mouth. I finally waited for him. But why did you come? A sudden burst of direct spiritual power. The strength of life is not lost in life. I want to sell the car in the clouds. Under the guidance of the crowd. A dignified practitioner of empty energy in great ways. Like a king who is at the mercy of others. Being dug up inch by inch. You crazy. Devil. Another elder from Jianying finally couldn't bear the extreme bone distance. Nervous breakdown. Be like a monkey regardless of inferiority. Devil. Would like blood warm inflammation. Too much. The red-hearted cat fell in love with him. Tilted his head. When you were chasing the world of animals. No, that's not the case either. No, don't come over. Don't be afraid. Very quickly. Not different at all. Turn sound into falling. His voice disappeared instantly. Next moment. A hand gently pressed on his Tianling cap. Search back. Those two words again. But this time. Better than dealing with Malusha in front of a mountain gate before. Much more cruel. Pang Bozgod is the ancestor of painting with countless details. Penetrating each other's stones gently. A trace. Peeling away every memory of him in surprise. Every thought. The extractor of the elder's body drama. Eyes bulging. Black blood flows out of Qi Xiuzhong. The pain of soul being torn apart. Let him send out more than before. Ingo has 700 times more leftover leaven than the elders. Rear. Everyone in Qingya has already seen the dumb cock. Food for soul and body. Those elders and disciples. All of them look stupidly pale. Damn Wu Zhu's own mouth. Don't dare to make a sound. This is their sect leader who is as beautiful as a fairy. This is a man whose heart has been calm for 100 years. The Qingyang master who has wanted to be a good man and a demon. This soba is decisive. The appearance of cool means. It's simply more painful than the magic step in the bed novel. After finally enduring the pain of searching for the soul of a grown-up Yazuxiang, seeing that the soul of the shadow sect elder completely collapsed, turned into the purest energy dissipated. The physical body also turned into non-return. Mu Qingxue has done all this. It's like 2 insects died every year. Turn yellow and turn slowly. The blood on his body exploded, and his face was instantly clean. Mao Zi, who was newly red inside, has also regained her clarity in the fluent class. He once again transformed into the cold and beautiful Qingliang sect master. Just in that youthful coldness, there was an extra hint of danger that no one dares to look directly at. Thousands of miles away. A streak of bloody light pierced the planet of the wolf without looking at it. In the end, it is very likely that it crashed into a chaotic world of desolate things. What a Qingliang sect. What a land of Surin. Ma Dahong want this stick. He was fighting to get up. Sui went out to talk about his injuries, but at this moment, falling from the sky without any warning. Completely bulged 100 miles around. Ma Dahong's sole general. The whole figure seems to be frozen. His eyes showed a look that was 100 times more energetic than when he faced Mu Qing's blood pool. In front of his magic weapon, he rubs that spot to the point of shame. It's like the difference between a campfire and a good moon. A woman's voice that comes to an end and is filled with endless inner fire. You thought of it in his ear. You seem to hear. A famous party where someone disappeared in Jihu. Ma Dahong turned her head with difficulty. Directly on the boulder not far away. I don't know when. There was a beautiful voice that made the waist irritating. He was wearing a black and red sand. The blood-white long legs were weak and fall off the line. Eating feet. There was a series of heart-wrenching thunder paced on the ankle. However, Tao Hua, who was in love with his ulcerating hair, but what circulates is the silence and cruelty of a virgin dog. The moment Ma Dahong saw him, my brain went blank with a red sound. A name that made his soul wonder. Blurt out. Luoxamai. At this moment, Luo West's head tilted beyond his eyebrow. Be gentle. The zero gear on the vulgar chest makes a series of soft blowing sounds. They all call me now. Demon Lord Demon. Lord Demon Lord, have mercy on me. Ma Dahong doesn't care about the dignity of Liang Simen now. Use up your last bit of strength. Floating on the ground, Cat was like a guy. The little one in his eyes but cannot seem untied. I don't know if it's Su. It's Su Shizu's disciple in person. How offensive. I also asked Lord Demon Lord for the sake of fellow ML to come to the monastery. Spare Xiao Zhao's life, we are both in trouble. Luo Shimei seemed to have heard some interesting joke. He doesn't even doubt it. Wan slowly falls from the boulder. He was in front of Ma Dahong. You are the kind of person who escapes by burning gold fields. It's also worthy of me to mention and ask. His voice still makes friends. But in unconscious memory, only cold silence remains. However, he changed his attitude. The sword gently slid across Ma Dahong's face. I'm in a good mood today. Can give you a chance to live? Ma Dahong's eyes instantly burst out with the light of survival. Lord Demon Lord, please speak. As long as you can survive, will you always be able? Very simple. Luo Shimei's smile became sweet again. You just mentioned my disrespect. Tell me. Where did you meet him? I see. He doesn't know the news about Sulin's return yet. Back to Lord Demon Lord. Su Shizu is back. Shou in Qingyao. It's just that he shows off as a big daddy. Now there's only the realm of Jindanji. The younger one was the result of his Qimap, Earthwood, and Lightblood. Seriously injured. He said. The description of Yintian Yujashi is written like how to maintain Su Lin. How to fall out with the elders of the sect without hesitation. How to kill a few cards in poker. However, Luo Shimei listened to what he said. The expression on his face became a little weird. He has no extreme. There was no division of agriculture. Just in the eyes. First there was a flash of ecstasy. He replaced his comrades in arms Yu and Xinfen, who were about to be separated. Disrespect is back. Shou's father fell into Jindanji. And the first one I looked for was Shao Qi. Brother, that's great. So good. That soldier in Shao Qi has a good face. The temper is the most boring. How do you know how to take care of someone who is disrespectful? Ma Dahong looked at his confused look. My heart is tight and clear. A meaning comes from the soles of the feet and fills the sky. He finally realized what a mistake he had made. These female apprentices disrespected their comrade Yu. Not a normal emotion at all. That is a twisted, deep lossless bias. Thank you for telling me this good news. Ruoxamai's eyes fell on Ma Dahong again. As a reward, I will give you the most comfortable justice. No, I respect you. You said you would spare my life. Ma Dahong screamed in horror. Yes, if Shimei is wearing her hair, I lied to you. He changed because of falling. Two pink waist-suppressing rays of light shot out from his hand. Instantly entering the plump shape of Ma Dahong, he felt his soul hiding in a place with endless tenderness. In the illusion of bliss, Ruoxamai turned around, looking far away. The direction where Qingyao was always located. Master, please wait for me. This time, the disciple will not let anyone snatch you away from me. Waiting quietly in the animal suit. Do you sense the inner valley soldiers and cold storage columns in the outside world? After a brief announcement, Shai, it recedes like boiling water. Finally return to Shiwu. It only takes a short time to live in the hometown. Your whole life is light and 100 years of time. China has changed too much. Just then, you sense a familiar breath coming outside the animal clothing door. It's Mu Qingxue who's back. The animal clothes are in front of the door. Mu Qingxue's voice can hardly appear. He paid enough attention to the lesson of cheating and took a deep breath. Forcibly suppressing Gang's killing, but the translator had no energy and blood. Done all this. Only then did that feeling reappear on his face. Read the expression in front of you. Master is still waiting for him inside. The warehouse outside should have been cleaned. No one will bother you now. The courage in his heart was on fire. I was about to raise my hand to open the bar on the teacher's, but at this moment, my little wife occupies the master all by herself. Not a good boy. By shares as soon as possible. But with the endless female voice behind it. There is no reason to think about it behind him. Mu Qingxue's body is fierce and mysterious. Why is he here? He turned around suddenly. The standing moon wing is like a beam in an ice arrow, straight behind this. See the escape not far away. The beautiful sound of getting hot. Positive agreement number sense. My sister looked at her like this. It was the person she hadn't seen in decades. Now she is the 50th sister who has touched Jizuan, Luoxamai. Mu Qingxue's voice seemed to be squeezed out of her teeth. My bluebird sect. When will it be your turn to come and go as you please? She can emphasize the words that rub her waist. Trying to clear boundaries. War drama initiative. Come on. Why are you so stubborn? Luo Shimei teaches Xiaoyi, completely ignoring the hostility in her eyes. Lie open long legs. Her face will look like her sooner or later. Master is back. I'm the sister. Naturally, I had to come and visit as soon as possible. She stopped in front of Mu Qingxue, slightly taller than her. Swear to her slightly. Use your nose to show off gently. Then he lay down on his wrinkled plump head. Then it's easy to get the smell of blood. Stingy. Master just came back. The soul is not stable. You made such a big noise just outside her door. I was so bloody that I beat him. What if I collide with Master? But how good. These words are related to Dai Sensen's concern. The atmosphere is provocative. Like a soft needle. Accurately get into Mu Qingxue's heart. The most peaceful place. What she fears most. Just in front of Master. Leave no bad impression. Mu Qingxue's face instantly turned pale. The next rebuttal comes. I'm cleaning up those little people who can't stop loving Master. Yeah. Luoqi's brows are pure and she smiles. It's not that some people don't care about their home. Let Sogin fly in. Good thing your feet are broken. She also kills someone. Every time she said something, she took a step forward. The pressure invisibly emanating from the inner valley. Mu Qingxue could not help but retreat. Just then, the energy in Luo Ximei's body relaxed slightly without any warning, and she felt very uncomfortable. That is a stream of water that is actually deeper than practicing chi sustaining. The smell of terror is as big as heaven and earth and is more peaceful. Although there is only one smooth. But it made Mu Qingxue feel like she was struck by lightning. Everyone will be in the same place. Her vagina suddenly shrank. The blood on the face waxes and wanes. Master Jin harmonizes body energy. You have actually broken through to harmonize your physical energy. This discovery. Then any tone in Luo West's eyebrows and words just now. It all made her feel mentally ill. For hundreds of years, she has believed that she is God. Shoshin Kegu was ahead of the others all the way and is a sister. The first person to be the first to break through to practice level 70. But she never expected. Her ignorant sister was actually doing a silent scene. Surpass oneself. With an empty eyebrow, she placed a finger on the pure scarf. Keep your voice down and don't blind yourself to the master inside. She walked around Mu Qingxue who was standing there. It is forbidden to go to the door of Dong Fu Master. As if this is her own home. Master, she did not violate the prohibition. Calling to the teacher's door. Disciple Shimei comes to see you? With her voice. The prohibition of entry on the teacher's door is the same as meeting the master. Untie yourself. The teacher's door is still slowly opening. Only then did Mu Qingxue remember. The next installment arranged by Dan for you is not in. The moment the teacher's door opened, Mu Qingxue felt like there was a bolt of lightning in her mind. Too bad she couldn't bear to think about it. Just now, in order to prevent Master from rotating, she also used a gentle breathing. Secure your 4. That's almost equivalent to seeking exhaustion, if this is seen by others. That's all. But it happened that the 5th generation Jilwa Shime, with her waist and your exquisite heart, you will die. See that look on you. What would you think? She will definitely think that she can't help Master Tomo. She will even learn to look like herself. Use more excessive means to treat Master. When I think of that picture, Mu Qingxue's heart sank to the point where she couldn't stop. No, absolutely can't let her see it. Stop. At the moment when the heart and eyebrow pulses do not meet, open your nose desperately. The stubborn party is in front of Sherman. The smoke facts that block the entrance. Mu Qingxue's steps stopped. Then he looked at the 70-year-old girl who suddenly had her hair blown up in a sexual way. Sister performs fine-tuning Xiaoji. What are you doing? Mu Fei, what is your master doing? Don't say. Mu Qingxue was hit in the heart. Go up and fortify the position. He said coldly that Master is in retreat. Do not allow anyone to disturb you. She finally pointed out that Xiao. Stretch out a jade finger. Click on Mu Qingxue's chain head. Master is now good at Danshi. Even if there is a breakthrough, it's just in the later stages of fine singles. This kind of small realm breakthrough. I need you to take it to such a secret place. The sadness reached Mu Qingxue's ears. Rustic as blue. Qing Shang said. Do you have to turn your lies into something more serious? You look like this. It just makes me feel. There is a bigger secret hidden inside. No. Mu Qingxue was suppressed to the point of being forced by her. It is even more urgent and repairing. But he still forced the formation to strike. Anyway, you just can't go in. Yeah. The sadness is also flowing. Master has made all breakthroughs. It's the time when people need to communicate with each other. I am a senior sister. Show right no screen. Go in and fight for Master. Isn't he more gentle than you? The concessionaire said. She was out of shape and wanted to go around. No snow. Mu Qingxue was anxious. Also take care of a lot. Direct luck in 0 force. Left behind on the ice wall. It instantly condenses. See this scene. Zhao Xiaoran finally regained his composure. She is 100% sure. There is definitely a cat in this. And it's a huge cat. Shaoji. January is like this. Am I absolutely curious? Luo Xingmei will no longer talk nonsense to her. I saw her figure swing slightly. Nearly turned into an elusive pink cloud. Zergu directly ignored the ice wall. The dream of a snail is pierced through like a ring. Magical power that can modify body energy. I can easily block the blow by starting to practice my weak energy again. Disappointed. Mu Qingxue Sutra 14. Want to stop but can't stop it. I can only watch the island covered with clouds. Rushed into the cave. Finished. Mu Qingxue's conscience was half understood. I even tied him up and turned around to go in. I saw you lying on the corpse next to the snacks. A mountain is quite complete. But your 4 branches are clearly visible. Bound by pure light-colored light belts purchased at 0 profit. Junior sister. You better give me an explanation. Your disrespect. What did? Finished. Caught and fucked by her. I don't. Mu Qingxue's heart beat wildly. Brain is working fast. Amy, who is determined to maintain her composure. Disrespect is in retreat. The corners of Luo Xian's eyebrows curled up with a touch of cold wit. Is there anyone who exchanges text messages to tie them up? Shaoqi. Do you think I am a 3-year-old? What do you know? Mu Qingxue was forced into a corner. You can only use your scalp to remove the yellow edges. Disgraceful and unheard of. The rise and fall of cultivation level. Impacted to shit 0 profit rolling sure do. I used my original 0 profit to restrain her. It was to stabilize her Joshin's anger. Guided 0 profit is more expensive than a single entity. This is the safest way. Yeah. Your explanation. I'll ask personally. It's finished. Her figure swayed. I will pretend to recognize Mu Qingxue was pure and forbidden to come to you. Looking at the face that has been haunted by dreams for hundreds, all the coldness in Luo Xingmei's eyes melt instantly with scrutiny. Turned into endless tenderness and longing. It's disrespectful for her to delete Do's body. Show your face clearly. Disciple Xingmei is back to see you. The moment she only touched you a few times. The cold robot in your mind comes to mind again. Disciple detected that Suzhou and his disciple Luo Xingmei successfully recognize each other. See you almost. Several semi-straight 10:30:60. Brother, it's almost 60 o'clock. Plastic Cooking Show is promoted to the late stage of golden order. A huge wave of heat erupted in his single field with precision. Ping Jing, who was already solid in the midterm gold list, was easily charged. This sudden show is explosive. Mu Qingxue on the side looked dumbfounded. Randomly she seemed to understand something. Said towards Xingmei. You see. I said it was disrespectful to break through his illusion. This sane and courageous counterblog. Let Luo Xingmei be ready. All the scenes are stuck in motion. Her eyebrows are round and seamy. I look in disbelief at the smell that just came off of you. Or the late breath of Jin Dan when it is true or false. How is it possible? It only takes one time to live in a box. Even the most outrageous single kiln in the world. It is impossible for a Xiu Fei to be so stable. Quickly break through the small mirror vessel. Is it possible to be stingy in this ice cube? Have you really mastered the 2-step legislation on double breasts? No, just stingy with this cold look. How could there be such a skill? Really? She suppressed the shock in her heart with frowning eyes. Not only was she not fooled by Mu Qingxue, instead, I walked directly to you. Ignoring Mu Qingxue's warning eyes. I held your other song. Congratulations on disrespecting the show for the economy. It's harmful to live and drink. But what? Lost my eyebrows? Now the disrespect has been broken through. Should you let go of your disrespect? As soon as these words came out, Mu Qingxue's face instantly changed. In her heart, Amma was reluctant to save her life and let go. Just at the moment when she was too late, you made a sound in your heart. Dan Tanai. That has no light and is about to explode. The price of the meal is slightly higher. A burst of red and a few grains. Follow your golden veins to find out. She is poor. There was a soft crunching sound. The scattered light that seems to be constricting you. Broken every inch. Turned into a sky full of light. A hint of meaning flashed in Luo's eyebrows. Disrespect her. You still start slowly and lightly. Move the watch a bit. You first glanced at Mu Qingxue, whose face was full of mistakes. New road. Microvision has completed its breakthrough. Thank you for your visit. A word. Psychological therapy understates the result of the situation. Mu Qingxue's warm words. Face turned red. Face gang lowered his head. Whispered. That's what Dizzy should do. Then you turn to Luo Xingmei next to you. There is a smile in the eyes of reunion after a long separation. Xingmei, long time no see. Disrespectful. See the window frame of this wine wall. Eyes instantly turned red. I miss you so much. Ning this go. Just 100 years. I fought. Never see you again. The wind is in my arms, the jade is warm and cold, but you have never become a wise master. I can't help but gain new divine power at this moment. Wu 2D Luo Xingmei. At that time, it was one of several maps. Knows best how to spread the reef. He is also the most unpopular person. Hundreds of years have passed. Her charm grows as her body grows. Reach a state of seduction and destruction. All right. It's all over. You patted her back gently. You are comfort. When the heart is shielded, the vigilant spirit rises. An unknown fire suddenly came up. She stood up and stepped forward without moving. Forcibly put a few pounds between the two of them. Separate Lo Sinai from you. There is still a cold expression in his eyes. And blood with a hint of sourness. 50 pieces. You are now the demonic wisdom. So unbecoming. If spread. Don't let the world laugh at you. You already said that I am the demonic wisdom. What do? Do you still need to care about what the world thinks? Who makes sense? Just kill. It's you. It's because the master of the first set is arriving. If it is seen by your red dress, I wonder what they will think. Are you talking nonsense about me? Seeing that the two of them are about to fight again, you just think one hand is bigger than two. Shut up, everyone. Your voice sounded slightly threatening. Although the show is not high. But the fearful words that originated from the depths of the soul Still, the two addresses fell silent instantly. Luoshine instantly knelt down, raised up Yulian's face, looking at you intently. It's Zune. You are back now. The soul is not stable. Show for the best. How can I still stay in this cold light? Why don't you just reply to my one